Hello, this is our presentation on how a cell is just like a mall. Our presentation name is Aaron Mills cell. The first piece of the cell is the cell membrane. It monitors what gets in and out of the cell. Its main purpose is to keep bacteria out, much like the doors of a mall. They monitor what gets in via security cameras and metal detectors.
Next up, we have the cell wall. The cell wall blocks any bacteria from breaking in. It also holds the cell together. The cell wall is just like the walls of the mall, protects external hazards and keeps the structural integrity in place.
The third piece of a cell is called the nucleus. They hold the DNA inside. Inside the nucleus, there are a bunch of DNA that form small clumps that are ready to be sent out. The nucleus is just like the mall manager. They prepare all the instructions and send them out to workers.
Next up is the DNA. The DNA is the instructions of the cell. They are formed inside the nucleus and are sent out to the ribosome, much like the instructions a mall manager sends out.
The next piece is called the ribosome. The ribosome reads the DNA and creates proteins to do the job. Just like how the construction manager reads the instructions and hires people to get the job done.
The next thing is the endoplasmic reticulum, or ER for short. Endoplasmic reticulum acts as a routeway for the proteins to get from place to place, just as the hallways of the mall for the citizens to get to shops.
The next one is the mitochondria. The mitochondria collects sugars from around the cell and supplies power, exactly the same as a power grid for the mall. It supplies the entire mall with enough power to keep things running smoothly.
The chloroplasts take sunlight and create energy with it, just the same as the solar panels literally take sunlight and create energy with it. Literally the same thing.
The next one is the Golgi apparatus. The Golgi apparatus takes proteins and sends them off to go get stuff from around the cell. The construction supervisor is the same as the Golgi apparatus. The construction supervisor tells the crew members what to go do and what to build.
Right after that, we have the lysosome. The lysosome collect unneeded waste around the cell, much like the cleanup crew that gets rid of the trash around the mall.
The vacuole is our last one. The vacuole holds all the resources for the cell so that they're ready to be used later. The vacuole is just like the warehouse of a mall. They hold all the resources so any stores or the food court or anything like that, if they need their resources, they get them out of the warehouse.
And that concludes our presentation on Aaron Mills cell. I hope you understand how a cell is just like a mall.